I thought I would put together a live because I just got through listening to Blue Blood. Then I listened to the actual interview with YSM and, the homie Hans. That's my homie. Great interview with Regis Progray. And ironically, I just talked about this morning before I punched in to go to work. And I've been saying this for years. You've heard other people say this for years, but it got verified. And I always knew this was the case with, Devin and Bill, and why a lot of these fighters don't like Bill. And it's just sad that it's dudes that look like us. All this coonery and samboism that you see from a lot of these black fighters. And Shakur Stevenson is right for the most part. There ain't no brotherhood. It should be one. It's a damn shame when you got dudes, like Jose Benavides, Jr., who understand how boxing works versus these other morons. And shout out to the Benavides. And this is why people mess with David and Jose. Because they keep it real. And they tell the truth. But I just want to talk about what I, heard, where basically, Regis was saying, a lot of people, they just don't like Bill. They don't like Devin because Bill is around and stuff. And, Bill is an active father. He's the Furious Styles of boxing. And they hate that because they want to keep this stigma, this stereotype, this false narrative, because it's been a false narrative from the gate about that black fathers don't want to be around their children. They're not active and all that kind of stuff. That is a damn lie. And then if they aren't around, it could always be a variety of different circumstances. It isn't always because they chose not to participate. And I'm just going to say this. Everybody treats black men as if they're the enemy. Even women in our own community. Yeah, I said it. I'm not saying all, but a lot. A lot. And I just got to keep it a buck. Sometimes the people that look like us can be our biggest enemy. And I think that's a damn shame. We don't have no unity. We never stay on code. We always sit up here and down each other and put down each other. I mean, look at it. You had all these people sitting up here defending Ryan Garcia for cheating. You had all these boxers cooning it up, from Blair to Faircobb to Keyshawn Davis to just a lot of these dudes. And I'm going to say this to all you boxers out here. And this is real talk. And I ain't talking to no, specific person, but take it however you want. If your father wasn't in your life, or you didn't have a father figure, or whatever the case may be, if your biological father wasn't around, you need to ask your mama. Or go find him and ask him yourself. Remember, it's two sides to every story. Haven't y'all learned by now you can't believe everything a damn woman say? Or for the most part? Yeah. If Devin Haney's mother was in charge of all his affairs and was, standing in the forefront, they would love him. But because it's his father, they got a problem with it. And you always hear people talk about, Bill, he need to let Devin think for himself. Devin do think for himself. You niggas act like Devin lived with Bill. Devin don't live with Bill. I done been to Bill's house a couple of times. Even when Devin lived somewhere in Florida. Bill lived in New York. And they link up when it's time, when it's time to fight. Where y'all get this from? But this is the bullshit that people like to put out. They hate the fact that the black father is present. Yeah, it's other black fighters that's trainers and stuff, but they not as vocal. See, they want you to be quiet. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Bill is not trying to live through Devin. Bill used to be getting big money in the streets. I ain't finna tell his business, but at the end of the day, you know, Bill was getting money in the streets. And I can verify that. I can verify that. Not celebrating it, but I'm just telling the truth. I just want to ask a lot of you racists and you Sambos, how many of you niggas made your son a multimillionaire before the age of 30? Devin got paid $12 million for that fight. He got paid the most. But everybody was sitting up there, oh, Devin's a undercard fighter. That's not considered, no, it's not a undercard fight. It's called a star-studded event. Turkey doesn't call it undercards. He call it star-studded. What are you talking about? Devin Haney has headlined his own fights. Like I said, Devin had outsold Tank. But we gonna get to Tank later on. It's sad to see. It's just sad to see some of the biggest to see black men. Like I said, if it ain't the dudes out just named, just like Timothy Bradley talking about he eating humble pie. At the end of the day, Tim, you was tap dancing. All that stuff that you was seeing on the Devin, bro, you look like a cornball, bro. You look like a cornball and somebody need to say it. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You should apologize to them. Because you was putting on a minstrel show. You was buck dancing, and that's just the bottom line. And I know it's other people on here, that media people that talk to Tim Bradley. It is what it is. I'm gonna say this again. People saying, well, why don't you invite Tim Bradley on? I don't need Tim Bradley to come on my show. But Tim know what he was doing. Tim know what he was doing. And this is why a lot of people don't respect him. But then you trying to talk that black shit when it pertains to Terrence Crawford and Boots and all that stuff. You got to be consistent with that. You can't jump in and out of that stuff. And a lot of people do that. They want to talk the pro-black stuff or the hotep or the militant shit when it's convenient. Like I said, that stuff Tim Bradley was doing was shameful. I'm going to keep it 100. I don't give a fuck if Tim Bradley ever do an interview with me. I'm keeping it 100. I don't need Tim Bradley. You know what you was doing, Tim, and all you other niggas too, you boxers. Y'all was cooning. Y'all be cooning. All y'all. The fact that y'all sat up there and defended a dude that cheated, that said all kind of racist shit about black people, and y'all was taking pictures with him and all this kind of stuff, but I already knew what it was. You niggas was jealous of Devin. And that's all it come down to. I'm going to say this again. If your father wasn't around and you didn't have a father in your life, go find your father. Go find him and talk to him and say, hey, Dad, what happened between you and Mom? I want to hear your side of the story. Or take it up with your mama. For real. What you mad at Devin and Bill for? But it's always been that thing. That's why they hated Joe Jackson. If it had been Caffrey operation, they would have loved it because they love the black mother put it all on the line. They want everybody to have a situation that Allen Iverson had. They can't stand when the black father is present. Like I said, they all Oakland and brought him to Las Vegas. So Devin wouldn't lead and go down the same path that Bill went down. And he should be commended for that. But all all you bitch ass niggas do is hate and put down other brothers. Bill should be celebrated for what he's doing and what he did for Devin. He put it all on the line. Instead of having Devin fighting in the streets, he got him fighting in the ring. Like I said, make it make sense. Ryan Garcia, no matter how much he wanted to lie and deny that he took PEDs and then accidentally, no, you didn't, bitch. You a bitch, Ryan. You a bitch. And I see you still be congregating with suspect racists. Like I said, somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say it. It is just sad to see these black fighters. No integrity. No respect. Never on code. And then the funny thing about you niggas, these non-blacks, most of the time, they rooting against you. Even if you American. If they happen not to be black, a lot of times these Americans that's non-black, they be rooting for the foreigner. If you fight a dude from, a lot of times, if you fight a dude that's from anywhere but the States, they root for that dude. So that's why, don't tell me I can't root for Anthony Joshua against Jake Paul because he black. I'm rooting for Anthony Joshua. I hope Anthony Joshua smash Jake Paul's face in. And due to the fact that Jake Paul support and called Charlie Kirk a hero, that should tell you all you need to know about Jake Paul. What type of person he is. Y'all ever listen to this? And don't give me that stuff about Charlie Kirk was misunderstood. Man had all the smoke in the world for black people. All he wanted to do is talk about what black people did. There's fucked up people in every race. And that's what a lot of people do. You get everybody always talking about what black people do. But then as soon as you bring up their race, then all of a sudden, then all of a sudden, hey, can we not make this about race? Fuck you. And everything you stand for. Never talked about, it's funny, he always talked about what black people did. But he never talked about the white boys that were going to churches, going to schools, going to movie theaters. Didn't condemn those people that basically was in the White House, that basically threw feces on the wall. Did all kind of nasty, inhumane stuff. Didn't have no smoke for them. Only talked about what we did, like everybody else do. But you know, when it comes to us, they like to micro enhance everything we do. Like I said, you got bad apples in every group, but they only be fixated when it's us. They only want to report it when it's us, so they can put up these fake statistics. And then the funny part about it is I basically blew that up when I exposed who was the leader in every major statistical crime and it wasn't us. Like Ludacris said on that song, but it wasn't us. But nevertheless, you know, it is what it is. So I hope Anthony Joshua smashed Jake Paul's face in. When I say I hope that Jake Paul get laid out, that's real talk. Don't tell me I should root for him because he American, because at the same time, hey, y'all was rooting for Sergey Kovalev versus Andre Ward. Andre Ward fought for this country in the Olympics. But y'all was rooting against Sergey Kovalev. Every time he fought somebody, y'all rooted for the other dude. Y'all was rooting for Sergey Kovalev. Real talk. Y'all was rooting for Alexander Brink. Y'all was rooting for Carl Froch. Y'all was rooting for Arthur Abraham. Y'all was rooting for all those dudes to beat Andre Ward. Didn't happen. But yeah. It is what it is. It's funny, people don't have no problem with Floyd Schofield's goofy ass, lame ass, goofy ass. Like dude is a cornball. But you know, a lot of non-blacks like Floyd Schofield, but for the very reason I talked about other boxers, because he loves to tear down black fighters, and he defended Ryan Garcia. Talking about Ryan Garcia ain't a racist. Listen, you say shit like that, it's racist. You can't say it's drugs. You can't say you're in a bad place. No, that's how you really feel. But like I said, none of these coward ass black fighters went in on him. It was very few. Like I said, the only person that condemned him for the most part was fucking Virgil Ortiz, another Mexican, who said, dude, what's wrong with you? You need help. You tripping. All these other dudes, all these black fighters stayed quiet like the fucking cowards that you are. So don't get mad at me. Don't roll your eyes at me, because I'm still going to do what I need to do. Have that same energy for the non-blacks that talk about y'all, that root against y'all, that wish y'all lose every time. Like I said, you got these Sambo ass house niggas sitting up there congregating with these racist ass Hispanics. No, I'm not saying they're all racist, but a lot of them are. Talking about Devin Haney. And then I said once again, like, you would swear Ryan was the dude that got screwed. But he was the one that did something wrong. He was the one. And you got people talking about, oh, well, PEDs. Like, listen, I'm going to say this again for you retard. Okay, so if PEDs don't, and let me blow y'all out the water. Okay, if PEDs don't make a difference, well, why are y'all always accusing Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and other people that's affiliated with SNAC having an unfair advantage when Canelo was the one that got caught with PEDs in his system? So if they don't matter, but then why are you accusing Bud of being on PEDs? Oh, I know why. Because they work with black fighters. They give black fighters the advantage, but the non-blacks, okay. Make that make sense. Like I said, it explains everything. This is why dudes like Tank, with his sorry ass, be tearing and hating on Devin Haney. Like I said, look how Tank defended Ryan Garcia. But Tank was flat out accusing Ryan Garcia of using PEDs. He's on video insinuating. And then Tank's remedial ass, his slow ass, was sitting up there. Oh, now we can get rid of SNAC. Now that we need to get that SNAC shit out. You had a lot of people on that bandwagon. Like I said, the goofy ass Schofields, who always pulling out a fight. And then that goofy ass cornball Floyd Schofield Jr. Like, bro, don't let me talk about what I heard about you. But that ain't my place. When he sat up there talking about, yeah, dude gonna hit Devin in his big nose. Like, what kind of bitch ass nigga would say something like that? See, I'm not pulling no punches. Like, I was like, man, some of these boxers are some straight hoes. Just gotta keep it a buck. But I'm glad that these dudes finally admitted what most of us knew, the real reason why a lot of these boxers don't like Bill and Devin Haney. Because they just, listen, If you ain't got the guts to stand up for something, and then these blacks play into this stigma about blacks don't sell, when that's a lie. The Floyd Mayweather blueprint is dissolved. We all see it for what it is. We all see it for what it is. And I'm going to say this again. For all the people that sit up here and worship Floyd, yeah, Floyd was a great fighter. But at the same time, Floyd is the one that set this in motion by going out of his way to deny primarily black fighters, black American fighters, the opportunity. And what it come down to, a lot of these niggas is scared to say it. But I'm not. I don't give a fuck about it. This is what you call real journalism. Now I know some people gonna say, hey man, black people need to stick together, man. You could, well, okay. Well, why don't Floyd do it? It's like what Bertie the Boxer said. Floyd should have been there to watch Bud beat Canelo. He's sitting up placing bets. But you don't want to you don't want to go there and support. You know how much that would have met the Bud? And that's what I'm saying. A lot of these fighters look up to Floyd, but all Floyd do is hate on other black fighters. He always was hating on Deontay Wilder behind the scenes. Floyd cannot accept the fact that his time has came and went. That's why he always sitting up there making these announcements. Oh, I may take a fight and all this kind of stuff. And then the sad part about it is Canelo then picked up some of Floyd's bad habits based off how he's behaved when it pertains to the whole David Benavidez situation. Listen, y'all, somebody got to say it. Might as well be me. Somebody got to keep it a buck. This stuff make me sick to my stomach seeing the way that these fighters, these black fighters, be attacking each other and throwing each other under the bus. But then they get mad at dudes like me when we call them out. Like I said, you should have had that same energy for Ryan Garcia. You should have had that same energy for Teofimo. But you mad at Devin? Talking about he should have took his loss like a man. Like, man, get out of here. But y'all didn't say nothing to them non-black fighters that got cheated and was protesting their losses to dudes that use PED. Y'all didn't have that same energy, but then y'all had this hatred and vitriol for Devin Haney. Like I said, if you don't know where your daddy is, go ask your mama or go find him. I'm pretty sure y'all got enough money to hire a private detective and go find him and have a sit down with him. I'm going to tell you a story. This is real talk. You know, one of my best friends, he didn't get reacquainted with his father till he was like in his 20s. He had been lied to the whole time. Mother told him his father didn't help her, didn't want to pay child support, didn't want to see him. And unfortunately, his mother passed away, and then he found out the truth. Father showed all the receipts that he was paying child support. Come to find out, the mother just didn't want him to be in his son's life because he didn't want to marry her. He said, I'll take care of my son, but I don't want to get married. So basically she tried to pull the, oh, well, if you don't marry me or you don't be with me, you can't see your son. And a lot of women do that shit. I am living proof that women manipulate children and try to poison their mind against their fathers. I'm living proof. I didn't seen it. I didn't seen it. Or as Craig Robinson would say, I seeked it. So, quit playing with me. But like I said, it's sad to see a lot of these gutless ass boxers have this type of vitriol and hatred towards another black man, another black fighter. Devin don't do nothing to nobody. And then you always got people trying to throw him under the bus. And I'm sorry, all of them. And I'm sorry, listen, I'm sorry, Kenny, you my boy. But Sean, he was cooning too. I gotta say it, Kenny, I'm sorry. Sean was cooning too. When you sitting up saying that, oh, Devin gonna pull out of the fight. And, you know, Devin had, you know what I'm saying, that Devin had to respond. Sorry, Kenny, you my boy, but I gotta keep it 100. Because I'm on one today. That's how us Oakland dudes is built. We keep it 100. Like I said, we should be celebrating Bill. But like I said, if Devin's mother was running the operation, if she was the front person, they would love it. Oh, see how his mother sacrificed everything. You know, they love to push that theme. Like I told you, they love to do that in sports, especially with black kids, black men. The so-called absentee father storyline. That's one of the reasons why they don't like Shador. That's one of the reasons why they went out of their way to try to. I was talking about, hey, we'll play here, but we ain't gonna go play there. You can't do that, man. You can't tell nobody where you gonna play and where you ain't gonna play. You can't do that. So I just gotta tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. People don't like dudes that keep it 100. And like I said, you always hearing people talking about Bill and stuff. Oh, Bill this, Bill that. Oh, Bill need. Why? Why should he leave? I just want to ask you, Sam Bowles, once again. How many of y'all have made your son a multimillionaire at the age of 27 legally? Without going to the streets? Without doing nothing illegal? Without scamming? Without doing something that can land you in jail for years? Where you niggas at? So how many of y'all have done that? That's what I thought. Shut the fuck up. Get your bitch ass up. Shut. It's sad to see these black fighters. It's sad to see these black fighters doing this to each other, just attacking each other, tearing each other down. And once again, don't get mad at me when I cover a fight. Don't say you're not talking to me because you didn't like something that I said. Well, you gave Ryan Garcia a pass saying he hate black people, and he want to dig up another black man's grave and delete him again. You forgave him for that. But that's how they do. They'll get mad at me. Hey, man, I didn't like what you said, man. That wasn't cool. That wasn't cool, man. I don't want to talk to you. Like I said, all these dudes was sitting up putting on a minstrel show. All of them. Andre Durrell, all these dudes. And shout out to Dre. Dre was on code. Oh, like I said, I won't ever forget Andre Durrell throwing that temper tantrum when I asked the nigga for 1 minute of his, I don't want to do no inner poking it. Well, then why are you here, dude? Why are you here? And then you turn around and then talk to what, and then that's how a lot of those black media dudes be getting dead. We get dead dirty by the ones that look like us. Oh man, who you with? Who you with? They don't do that. They don't do that to none of the non-black media outlets. But us, they want to know who you with. Oh, I'll mess with you. But then, soon as something happened to them, soon as they get arrested or something, or get accused of domestic violence or whatever, or somebody, or get caught with some work, or get caught with some weapons, here they come. Oh man, I just want to tell my side of the story. So yeah, they was hoping that Devin would lose. Yeah, they was on that T Grizzly stuff. They was praying for his downfall. Like I said, look at little Tank Tank. Look at little Mr. Fur Coat, pink fur coat. Sat up there. I mean, the hypocrisy of them dudes. Sat up there was, man, Ryan, we got to make sure Ryan is on the up and up. Oh, yeah, I'm testing him and stuff. Like, bro. But then, oh, he didn't cheat against Devin. I mean, just cooning it up. I mean, if you can't say nothing, I mean, if you can't be on code, just keep your mouth shut. Just keep your mouth shut. But these dudes can't wait. These dudes can't wait to throw another black fighter under the bus. It's just too many to name right now. Just a whole bunch of them. Always forever cooning. Will you call me a coon, man? Because you are. All these dudes, man. Buck dancing, cooning. Like I said, Tim Bradley was tap dancing. I mean, he was looking like, I'm talking about, he was looking like Sandman. The Nicholas brothers. I mean, shout out to the late, great Gregory Hines. I mean, he was like, man. Nah, Tim just feels like what is coming down to. Tim read the comment sections because people been calling Tim a buck dancer and calling him fake and called him. I mean, like I said, after a while it should get to you. Listen, I ain't saying nothing outside of what Tim, the other stuff about Tim. Now I ain't got nothing. I'm just saying what I'm seeing him doing on his channel. And to you non-blacks, you better stay the fuck out of this. This ain't none of your business. This black people stuff. So stay out of this. Yeah, he doing damage control. I'm talking about, like, dude, it was just shameful what you was doing. It was shameful seeing Timothy Bradley doing what he was doing. And then, like I said, Andre to talk about, oh, Devin might have, like, Devin, ain't nothing wrong with Devin. You the one that got knocked into the middle of next week and woke up crying. Andre DeReal, I lost. Man, you was boo-hooing like Ben Stiller from Something About Mary. I lost, I got knocked. And then they trying to tell you that you won. You got slapped. Nah, Bill is Fury Styles. Everybody remember the iconic character Lawrence Fishburne played? He was being called Larry back then. Lawrence Fishburne played in Boys in the Hood. And by the way, he should have got nominated for an Oscar for that movie. He should have got nominated. Oh, appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate that. Oh, I will. Just send a link in the comment section to your channel. Yeah, CJ Rich, you from where, you from the Bay, right? But yeah, you right. I saw a lot, but the sad part about it is the worst ones was black that was tearing down Devin Haney, and it was despicable. And then you have the other dude, man, I ain't even gonna lie. That Garfield, the cat looking nigga, he the worst. He one of the worst one. I don't see how this dude had, oh yeah, I do know why he has the type of subscribers he has. Because people that understand boxing don't come to his channel. Always putting on a minstrel show. Another goofball. Changed his prediction as the fight was going along. Lame. A lame. Yeah, I mean, dude is a lame. I can't believe people listen to that dude. Always wrong. And I don't even watch his channel, but other people be sending me clips. I don't even watch that dude. I mean, every prediction he make, he's wrong. He always goes against the black fighter. I don't even understand why people listen to dudes like him, but it is what it is. They don't want to hear a real opinion, but okay, fine. But anyway, you guys, I'm finna go in here and chill for a minute. I'll be back in about a couple hour or two.